Welcome back, this is the next part of Amnesia, The Dark Descent. We are in the middle of a little quest to create an acid solution so we can get deeper into Brandenburg Castle and kill Alexander. But before we do that, we need to get the key to the wine cellar, so in order to do that, we are gonna have to do a bit of puzzles here, because the key is right here in the archives. As we saw in the flashback in an earlier video, this will activate a mechanism, and then that means I need to get my hands on other books that I can pull, and then puzzle will be solved. In the meantime, I'll take advantage of some oil. Okay, before we do anything here, let's look around real quick. I need to be sure I know where exactly. There's another book. And there's another book. There's 3 books exactly. So that is going to come in handy here. But first, I'm curious. Alstad and Brandenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Alstad, deep within the East Prussian woods. For centuries there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brandenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on their tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have sighted them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called Gatherers as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? Visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Alstad at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day, he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Alstad, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? And then the immortal Baron. The Baron of Brandenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby. Alstad, unlike most of the noble birth, the rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Research in history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Renaissance, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remain popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been selective when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has spread the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. That's interesting. That Alexander seems to be very old. Okay, now. Yeah, you will notice that maybe there's something with these books I should do. Okay, before I try something with this particular book, let's try this, because I'm curious. Whoop. That's 1. That's 2. Excellent. There is always a lot of good progress to be made. It really does feel good whenever you make progress, because it is a relief. Like right now, my sanity actually went up. Okay, now before we pick up the key, let's see if there's anything... There you are. Regarding closing of the wine cellar. Whilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Whilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The Wine Cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine. It will, in a sense, solve both of my problems. Well, this tells us that 1. Whilhelm is in a wine cellar, and 2. There's a chance we're not really gonna run into him. Or if we do run into him, he's not gonna be in the most ideal of states. I am not gonna spend my tinderboxes here. Well, now that everything is done, let's leave. What was that? Someone was here and we missed them. Yeah, we were here. Study? Yeah. We started here. Oh. That music is bad news. Yeah, that music, get used to that music because, ooh, he always prefaces something nasty. And because he prefaces something nasty, let's go see it. What could possibly go wrong? Right? You're kind of a jerk, game. Let's take a look outside. Doesn't look like anything is outside. Once again, this serves as a nice, creepy reminder that freedom is out there. It's just we're not gonna be able to see it, even if we try. We could escape the castle and... Excuse me? Did I just have... Oh Lord. Did I hallucinate? Why is the piano sounding? Well, I think this will be a good time to leave. Yeah, I was all the way here. I was here. Okay, this place is new. No, yeah, the rare books. I may be suffering from memory loss, but I'm not sure if I recall this door being off its hinges. Anyways, we got what we came for. Up to the entrance hall we go. Ow! These kind of signals that everything is done here. I mean, it's not like we're gonna have any more access here. Also, this is all pulsing. I get it, I'm leaving. Good lord. This is alive. This is pulsating. Now, remember I said in the previous video that we are going to make an acid compound to make our way further down. And the important part about the nodes is that the compound is super aggressive against living tissue, meaning that whatever is blocking our path and appearing is in fact alive. Just food for thought. Anyways, let's see if we can meet with Whilhelm and his men, or what is left of them. Yeah, my sanity is not doing good at all. Now my sanity is doing kinda good. Okay, here we are.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
Stand in the darkness, the sun needed with rain, turn on the lights. Yeah. This is why the tinder boxes are a much needed currency. I think I found Whilhelm and his men. I'm gonna let them be. Also, the game is warning me about enemies. That is... Yes, we really are at that point. Okay, before we go there, let's explore over here. Let's go to the conveniently open door. And let's start scavenging for oil, because we are going to need it. Oh! Ow! Okay, this didn't go the way I wanted it to go. Let's wait until we can calm down. My goodness, this this is bad. Okay, before we continue, we got one of the chemicals, forgive my Mexican accent. I'll grab my tinderbox, thank you. Oh, sweet. How am I doing with my oil? Oh, I need... Yeah, I'm gonna come back here. But in order to come back here, let's get ourselves back outside. I do appreciate when the games actually let us do these kind of things. Like do these where you can actually tell the rocks are heavy. Also, yeah, I'm hearing that. Good lord, is it dark in here. Keep in mind I increased the... Straight, please. Keep in mind, I increased the brightness, both for the sake of me being able to see and for you guys to see better, and look how dark this is. Excellent. Let's move you away. Let's move you far enough so we can actually open the door. Also, yeah, like I said, the oil runs out really fast here. Okay. think this is our sweet spot. Yeah, it is. This... I said remove this. That should be enough for us to move on, right? Yes, it is. Okay, let's just keep our lantern full. That's good progress. Okay, so we completed this. So now, let's go over here. Yep, I found them. Definitely found them. What is left of them? We arrived just in time to see what is left. Jesus.
What's happening? Oh, it feels like my chest is going to burst. Oh.
My God! Whilhelm, do something!
Except we're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
Yeah, they're gone. We arrived just as we heard them die. They freaking blew up. What in the world? But hey, we got a chemical. And considering what we got here, I'm not very confident of our... Oh goodness. Let's just read the note. The last words of Whilhelm. My name is Whilhelm, House of Gehrig. These are my final words, my confession and testament. 2 years ago, I was summoned to the castle of Brennenburg. As most of the aristocracy, I was curious about what the supposed Knight of the Order could want from me and accepted the invitation. The Baron was friendly and offered me a proposition. It dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid and that the reason I was chosen was because of the follies of my past and not the honors I'd been rewarded with during my time as a soldier. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim and to do so without asking questions. In return, he would attest to my character at the royal court, advancing my position within noble society. I would like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but it came swiftly and I accepted wholeheartedly. Ever since that day, I brought men, women, and children to Brennenburg. I can't remember the numbers, but there were many, perhaps even 100, none of whom we'd ever seen or heard from again. Tonight the Baron invited me and my men down to the wine cellar to celebrate our work. I had my suspicions as we descended the stairs, but he insisted and joined us in a toast. The wine tasted fine and my men drank without restraint. So begins the punishment for our sins. The Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I have done. I was weak and fell into these diabolic ways. My men are screaming. Their skin has been pierced by their own tangled bones. I feel my insides revolt against their God-given nature. Blood has begun to pour from my eyes, and I can no longer... Yeah. And that was the end of Whilhelm. Let's leave. So yeah, Whilhelm died here, and his men died here. Kind of an unfortunate end to them. But then, when you consider that they say they kidnapped men, women, and children, that means these men were up to no good. I mean, we kinda start to understand why Daniel is asking his amnesiac self... Oh, we can be here now. Kind of explains why Daniel is asking his amnesiac self to just go and kill him. Anyways, think I'm gonna use a tinderbox here. I'm closing just because. Let's look around. Maybe there's something useful we can find. Also, yeah, that is how fast the oil runs out. It's kind of a little unofficial timer. Once again, the lower my sanity, the worse my life is going to be, so... That does not sound good. Which means that now... these doors should be open, right? Oh, it's not. Alright. Okay, so just to recap. Oh, I have not been here. Also, my sanity is doing pretty bad. I think I'm gonna want to give myself a couple checkpoints. Yeah, let's use this. Just for the trip back. Oh wait, we really do. Oh, this is why. No wonder. Yeah, this is the game's very subtle way of saying, hey, you need this. Okay, so... nothing here. Except a tinderbox. I appreciate that we are immediately making the tinderboxes back. And my oil is almost out. I have not been good with my handling of it. Okay, so there's my last chemical. Now we can make our compound. Just to be sure. Yeah, coming from chemical. 4 chemicals can create a powerful acid. Now all we have to do is go back to the labs and we'll be good, right? Alright. We are out of here. Ow! Yep, that is a sign that we made good progress. Goodness. Ow! Okay, okay. Go into the lab. Okay, here we are. Let's hurry up and do our thing. This is why I'm happy I did the tinderboxes earlier. Okay, so now... Oh! How did I not see you there? Come here, buddy. We have a healthy amount of tinderboxes with us. I still would rather be stingy with them. Because we still got a ways to go before we can be anywhere near the end of this game. Okay, now... What did the note say? Chemical relocation. No, this isn't what I need. The alchemy experiment. So it says 0% to produce blah 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 blah. Aqua Regia. Okay. Let's see how this goes. There's calamite. Oh, it does it automatically. I thought it was gonna be like a puzzle. There's that. I don't know what it was. This cuprite. Excuse me? That cannot be good. And Orpimen. Probably was the aqua something. Okay, so now... Oh, that's right. I need a chemistry pot. Okay, now let's do the mixture. Come on. Okay, there we are. Let's begin. We got ourselves some acid. And my sanity is back to normal. I mean, as normal as this game gets. Just trust me. It's gonna be kind of impossible for me to stay at a relatively normal sanity. Anyways, let's see. What was that earthquake about? Oh. That. The stairs have collapsed. Climb by... Yeah, I need to climb back up. Alright. The good thing is, this game is kind of a physics-based game, and yeah, these are not a good sign. Once again, interesting that there's African cockroaches in this European castle. It's just something that doesn't make too much sense now, does it? Oh well, we're not here to make sense of things. We are here to stack up some stuff. Once I do it properly. I remember there was a way to... Hold on. I remember there was a way to rotate these things. Ah, you know what? I'll look into that next time. For now, we got stuff to do here. Oh, I love me some physics-based puzzles. If only you could stay up, though. Okay, there you go. Here. Excellent. And we are good. Ow! Ow! Yeah. There is no coming back here. We got everything we need. Even the stairs are blocked. Hold on. Yeah, everything is blocked off by this thing now. Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and advance and remove you once and for all. So let's see. Down you go. Off we go to the refinery.
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason? For the darkness, that is.
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
Oh lord. Yeah, when a hint is telling me about enemies, that is not good. That is why. We are gonna have to stay hidden for a little bit. Or not. No, wait, yep. We do need to stay hidden. Or not. It's complicated. It's always the musical cue. The musical cue is always what tells us what to do, and oh goodness. We got dead bodies. Let's first see where this thing came out from.
What is this place?
Indeed. I wonder if this was a flashback from Daniel, or more like him hallucinating. I don't think so, because the slight headache is not the status of mind that is gonna get me to see creepy things. Or at least false creepy things. We do have real creepy things to worry about. This is a circular room, I think. Hi, door!
22nd of June, 1839. It's been more than a month since my last entry. After the event inside the underground chamber in Algeria, Professor Herbert insisted I return to England. He said he didn't want to risk forfeiting the entire expedition lest I took a turn for the worse. An excessive decision, in retrospect. But I'm glad it turned out that way. I found my journal this morning in the haphazard collection of things brought home from Africa. Next to it lay the broken stone orb wrapped in cloth. I tried to assemble it, but couldn't. The pieces wouldn't fit together, as if they weren't from the same object. Could I have imagined it all? Was there ever a complete orb?
Interesting. Also, I guess we are on the right path. Yeah, this is the correct path. Also, let me just confirm if we really are in a circular area. Yes, yes we are. Okay, now. Our freaky friend went here. Can you please not do this to me, game? Also, yeah, our sanity is at its worst.
25th of June, 1839. I feel the need to continue this journal, even though it was intended for my journey to Africa. This must be something very important. I just know it. I've taken it upon myself to piece the orb back together, but it's been more difficult than one might think. The pieces are behaving strangely. They seem to change color, shape, and texture, but ever so slightly. Yesterday, I took careful measurements and notated any significant markings. Today, I confirmed my suspicions. They were changing. I was terrified and rushed off to see the finest geologist in London, Sir William Smith. I approached the subject with care, and we discussed how rocks change form. He told me about the nature of glass, how it eventually collapses on itself, like ice slowly melting over the course of centuries. Smith eased my mind a bit, but I can't escape the feeling that these shards have otherworldly properties.
And you wouldn't be wrong, Daniel. Also, my sanity is an absolute mess. Oh, hey, tinderbox. Yeah, if I carry on like this, then not only am I gonna start hallucinating, I also may be putting myself in a lot of danger because, as you can hear, Daniel is not doing too hot, and that is kind of bound to get him noticed. So we're gonna wait out a little bit. Okay, we're not at our healthiest yet, but we're gonna have to do with what we can. The good thing is that at the very least we can regain sanity by making progress, so that's what I'm gonna do. After recovering my tinderbox. Okay, so now that everything has been covered, let's check this conveniently placed hole. And well, checking it out only made things worse. My sanity really is really bad right now. Okay, let's... First off, how much oil do I have? I need oil. Also, another good reason to want to wait for sanity to recover a bit is that the blurry effect is, well, not very good. I've never been a fan of motion blur. Anyway, so we got a puzzle going on here. Okay, before we check the puzzle proper, let's look for supplies. I will always appreciate tinderboxes. Doesn't look like there was anything worth looking at, though. Well, with nothing else to see, let's move this. Something is clogging the crank, and oh, there they are. All right, fair enough. Oh, I did not see that tinderbox. Okay, yeah, that's pretty dumb on me. Let's stack some boxes. Here. I'm gonna put it here. Nice. And that means we got our sanity back to normal, thankfully. Okay, this is working. Alright. I think this is good enough. Let's drop down. And with that disturbing stuff, I guess this will have to be a good stopping point. There is a lot of stuff to check down here. And doesn't look like we're getting anywhere near Alexander just yet, so that will have to wait a bit. But for now, what are we going to find in this next area? Are we going to be able to make our progress and fulfill our promise to ourselves? Or are we going to die to whatever creepy thing is following us? I guess that is something we're going to have to find out in the next one.